Hey guys, my name is Robbie, and in this short video I want to talk about an area so many people learning English can find really challenging and frustrating, and that area is prepositions. Now, I totally understand why so many of you find this a difficult area to learn, and sometimes it can just seem totally random. Well, hopefully in this video I'll give you guys a few tips that will give you a better chance of choosing the correct preposition in the correct situation. So we're going to look at prepositions of time, and we're also going to do a little bit of practice. Now, the three most important prepositions of time are in, on, and at, and the reason these three prepositions are so important is we use them in a variety of different situations. So let's take a look. First, we have in. Now, we use the preposition in for months, seasons, years, and also times of the day. But this is important. We do not use in for night. A little bit later in the video I'll show you guys what to do before the word night. So let's have a look at some examples. In March, of course, March is a month of the year, so we must use in before it. She was born in March. In summer, a season. I just noticed for the months in English we do use a capital letter. For seasons we do not. In 2018 of course is a year, and in the morning is a time of day, as is in the evening. But remember, we do not use in before night. Okay, really good. Next we have on. So on we use for days and also dates. For example, on Monday, I go to work every Monday. On the 20th of April, she was born on the 20th of April. On Christmas Day. Now, of course, Christmas is a period, but here we're talking about the day. For days, we use on. On Christmas Day, the children open their presents. Now, in American English, quite often people use on for talking about the weekend. So, for example, she goes to her friend's house on the weekend. In British English, it's a little bit different, but we'll have a look at that very shortly. Finally, we have at. Now, at we can use for times on the clock, festival, periods, the word night, and in British English we usually use at for talking about the weekend. So let's take a look. At 10 a.m. John has breakfast at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is the time on the clock. We must use at. At 6 o'clock, I come home from work at 6 o'clock. At 2:30, again, we have another time on the clock. Of course, you can also say 2:30. At Easter, now here we have an example of a festival period. Now, you might remember before we talked about Christmas Day. If we wanted to talk about Christmas as the period of time, we use at. Similarly here, Easter is the period, but if I want to talk about Easter Sunday, it's a day, so we must use on Easter Sunday. And at night, so times of the day we use in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but for night we must say at. So she goes to bed very late at night, for example. And once again, in British English we use at for talking about the weekend. All right, just an area where a lot of people make mistakes is when we have the words last, next, this, or every. We do not use a preposition before them. So, for example, I'll see you next Wednesday. We have the word next before the day. There is no need to use a preposition here. So try to avoid making the mistake so many people make by saying, I'll see you on next Wednesday. Another example, they got married last July, not they got married in last July. Another point, in spoken English, we often leave out on before days. So you can say, I don't work on Sundays, or you can also say, I don't work Sundays. Here there is no difference in meaning. Both are completely acceptable. In written English, it's more common to use the preposition before days. All right, great. Really good job so far. Now let's see how much you guys can remember. So I've got 7 sentences here. Each sentence has different times. Before each time, you have a blank space. Your job, see if you can remember the correct preposition to put in each blank space. So is it in, on, at, or no preposition? Let's take a look at number 1. I'll meet you 5 p.m. So 5 p.m. it's a time on the clock. Can you guys remember? Very, very good. At 5 p.m. Now Wednesday. Wednesday is a day. For days we use on. Excellent. All right. Number 2. I'm going on holiday July. So July, it's a month of the year. Can you guys remember our rule? Excellent. It's in. Number 3. Jake and Sally were both born 1990. Here we have a year. For years, excellent. We also use in. Number 4. What is the first thing you do for morning? So our rule here, morning, it's a time of day. What's the first thing you do? In the morning. Number 5. I usually go to bed 11:30. So here once more we have a time on the clock. So we must say I usually go to bed at 11:30. 6. The World Cup final was played 15th July 2018. Here we have a date. Can you guys remember our rule? Excellent. On the 15th of July 2018. And number 7. Now be really careful here. I'll meet my friend next Friday. So we have Friday, which is a day, but before Friday we have the word next. Therefore, we do not need to use a preposition here. I'll meet my friend next Friday, not on next Friday. Okay, excellent. Great job, guys. Just before we finish, here are the most important points to remember from this lesson. We use on for days and dates. We use in for months, seasons, and times of the day. So for example, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but not for night, because we use at for times, festival periods, and the weekend, and also at night. And the final point here, we do not use in, on, or at before the words last, next, this, and every. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you find this video useful, and I look forward to seeing you again. Cheers.